Good day everyone. So ang ako ang kwan kay 1973 Constitution of the Philippines. So the Philippine Constitutional Plebiscite of 1973 ratified the 1973 Constitution of the Philippines. So ang plebiscite dahil kanang kwan ay kanang maka-vote ang kanang entire people sa country. Next, in 1970, delegates were elected to a constitutional convention which began to meet in 1971. In September 1972, President Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law and arrested 11 members of the convention. The convention then reconvened, wrote a constitution in line with what dictator President Ferdinand Marcos wanted. So, on January 17, 1973, Marcos issued Proclamation number 1102 certifying and proclaiming the 1973 Constitution had been ratified by the Filipino people of thereby was in effect. So, kaning kanay morning kaning Proclamation number 1102 kay mo ni ang kaning mo ni ang gikuan ni Ferdinand Marcos kaning Constitutional Convention of the Philippines. Then these results were challenged by ratification cases heard by the Philippine Supreme Court in 1973. So kaning kuan kaning law gali kay murag na ko ano siya pag 1973 na. So for this plebiscite, the changes to voting requirements were implemented. So nausab na ang kanang kuan requirements para sa kanang mo vote. The voting age was reduced from 18 to 15 years old, and those who were illiterate as described by the opposition were allowed to vote. So katong mga kanang illiterate people kay pwede na sila mong kanang vote. Then Constitution of 1973. Another ang written document, very comprehensive, consists of 12 parts. Then sa number 2 kay Objectives Resolution. The provisions and principles set out in the Objectives Resolution have been made substantive part of the Constitution with introductory that Islam shall be state religion. So form of government. Parliamentary form of government was introduced. So katong kanay kanang prime minister ang murag mulid gali. Then bicameral legislature kaning the Majlis e Shura parliament consists of two houses named Senate 63 members and National Assembly 200 members. So mo ang gitawag sa bicameral kay kuanay consist siya og kanang two muragi kuan siya ba na siya duha ka part. Then method of election kay the members of the National Assembly, the provincial assemblies are directly elected by the people. So ang kuan jud pamagi jud sa kanang election nila kay ang mga tao jud may mong kanang choose ug kinsa moy kanang ilahang need nga i-vote. So the main purpose before martial law to reflect genuine Philippine independence and sovereignty. So ang purpose jud sa wala pay martial law kay kuan jud ay independence jud ang murag focusan. Then the main purposes after martial law kay to change the present government to parliamentary form, to give Marcos more power and postpone the incoming 1973 elections. Ratification was done through Citizens Assembly, created in accordance with the Declaration of Martial Law and the New Society. So mo to ang purpose after martial law. Then next kay features of 1973 resolution. Parliamentary form of government. The 1973 Constitution proposes a parliamentary form of government in the country. Prime Minister is the head of the parliamentary system. So katong gingon nga Prime Minister kay more siya leader. So next kay he is the leader of the Majlis Shura parliamentary, is elected on direct adult franchise basis. The Prime Minister selects a cabinet or of central ministers from the members of parliamentary which conducts the affairs of the country. So ang Prime Minister kay sige na tayong balik-balik. So mo to siya ang leader sa Majlis Shura. The 1973 Constitution is composed of a preamble and 17 articles. Provides for the shift from presidential to parliamentary system of government. The Constitution vests the legislative power of the National Assembly. A Prime Minister is elected from among the members of the National Assembly and serves as the head of the government and Commander-in-Chief of the Philippine Armed Forces. A President is elected from among the members of the National Assembly and serves as symbolic head of state with a 6-year term. So sa President kay kanang kuan nadyo siya kanang years nga murag mong kuan diri sa taong country. The judicial power is vested in the Supreme Court, composed of a Chief Justice and 14 justices. The National Assembly exercises the power to define, prescribe, and apportion the jurisdiction of the lower courts. All justices in the Supreme Court and judges of the lower courts are appointed by the Prime Minister. So murag ang hawd-hawd dahod sa una kay murag ang Prime Minister. Then this constitution retains the independence of the Commission on Elections and establishes two independent constitution at bodies. First kay Civil Service Commission, second Commission on Audit, third National Economic Development Authority. So first kay Civil Service kay kuanay the central personal agency of the Philippine government responsible for the policies, plans, and programs concerning all civil service employees. So kaning Civil Service Commission kay murag sila mo'y mong kuan gid sa mga policies or sa mga plano nila sa kaning para sa kaning civil service employees. Then next kay Commission on Audit. So ang sa kanila ay kay murag sila mo'y nai-power nga mong kuan or sila mas nai-authority para mong examine or mong audit sa kanang kuan mga resibo or kanang mga pila nga kanang funds ang ilahang mga nagamit or na pagawas. Then next kay National Economic and Development Authority kay kuanay sila sad ang murag pare-pareha ra sila sa Civil Service Commission kay murag sila sad ang mokuan sa national policies, then mong magplan sad sila, then magkabalo mong kuan sad sila og mga programs. Then diri sad kay pwede sad sila mo monitor or mo evaluate sa mga projects. So next kay arita sa preamble. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of divine providence in order to establish a government that shall embody our ideals, promote the general welfare, conserve and develop the patrimony of our nation, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of democracy under the regime of justice, regime of justice and peace, liberty and equality, do ordain and promulgate this constitution. So murag kuan dira ay murag state ra jud diri nga gusto nila makuan ang peace and fairness. Nag-equal ra jud tanan ang pag trade. So arin na to sa mga article. Article 1, National Territory. Article 1, National Territory. Okay, the national territory comprises the Philippine archipelago with all islands and waters embraced therein, and all other territories over which the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction, consisting of its terrestrial, fluvial, and aerial domains, including its territorial sea and seabed, the subsoil, the insular shelves, and other submarine areas, the waters around, between, and connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of their breadth and dimensions, form part of the internal waters of the Philippines. So, sa kaning Article 1 kay kuan ay murag unsa ganito'y naa sa Philippines kay kanang mao na jud to ang Philippines gi nakatag ihato dili. So pareha ning sa kuan karon katong sa Scarborough Shoal ba to kay gi kuan sa China. So murag kanang ang Philippines man jud kanang tag-iya or nagduma, I don't know. So next kay Article 2, Declaration of Principles and State Policies. So Section 1, the Philippines is a democratic and republican state. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. Section 2, the Philippines renounces war as an instrument of national policy, adopts the generally accepted principles of international law as part of the law and land, adheres to the policy of peace, equality, justice, freedom, cooperation, and amity with all nations. Section 3, civilian authorities at all times supreme over the military. The armed forces of the Philippines is the protector of the people and the state. Its goal is to secure the sovereignty of the state and the integrity of the national territory. Section 4, the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. Section 5, the maintenance of the peace and order, the protection of life, liberty, and property, and the promotion of the general welfare are essential for the enjoyment by all people of the blessings of democracy. Section 6 kay the separation of church and state shall be inviolable. State policies. Section 7, the state shall be pursue an independent foreign policy in its relations with other states, and paramount consideration shall be national sovereignty, territorial integrity, national interest, and right to self-determination. Section 8, the Philippines, consist with the national interest, adopts the pursues a policy of freedom from nuclear weapons in its territory. Section 9, the state shall promote a justice and dynamic social order that will ensure the prosperity and independence of the nation and free the people from poverty through policies that provide adequate social services, promote full employment, a rising standard of living, and an improved quality of life for all. Section 10, the state shall promote social justice in all phases of national development. So, next kay Article 3, Bill of Rights. Section 1, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protections of the laws. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures of whatever nature and for any purpose shall be inviolable, and no search warrant or warrant of arrest shall issue except upon probable cause to be determined personally by the judge after examination under oath or affirmation of the complainant and the witness he may produce, and particularly describe the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Section 3. The privacy of communication and correspondence shall be inviolable except upon lawful order of the court, or when public safety or order requires otherwise as prescribed by law. Any evidence obtained in violation of this or preceding section shall be inadmissible for any purpose in any proceeding. Section 4. No law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for the redress of grievances. Article 4 kay the following are the citizens of the Philippines. Section 1. Those who are citizens of the Philippines at the time of the adoption of this Constitution. Those whose fathers or mothers are citizens of the Philippines. Those born before January 17, 1973 of Filipino mothers who elect Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority, and those who are naturalized in accordance with law. Section 2. Natural-born citizens are those who are citizens of the Philippines from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect their Philippine citizenship. Section 3. Philippine citizenship may be lost or reacquired in the manner provided by law. Section 4. Citizens of the Philippines who marry aliens shall retain their citizenship, unless by their act or omission they are deemed under the law to have renounced it. Section 5. Dual alliance of citizens is inimical to the national interest and shall be dealt by with law. Section 5 kay duties and obligations of citizens. Section 6 Article 5 kay duties and obligations of citizens na 4 ka section. Then Article 6 kay suffrage. Article 7 the President and Vice President. Article 8 the National Assembly. Article 9 the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. Article 10 the Judiciary. Article 11 local government. Article 12 the Constitutional Commission. Article 13 accountability of public officers. Article 14 the national economy and the patrimony of the nation. Article 15 general provisions. Article 16 amendments Article 17, transitory provisions. So, maura to siya ang articles, everyone. Kamu nalay bahalag search sa uban kay taas kaayo. Thank you.